Right, to avoid any unnecessary walking into rooms that could be the right one and therefore going into a conversation which I don't really want to enter, I'm going to do it like this. Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Agatha Christie's and Then There Were None. I am Classic Gamer, and this is the right way we're going because I recognise this.
Tile and marble. Quite expensive from the look of it.
Let's go into his room.
It was in that table, I tell you.
I'm going to search you whether you like it or not.
You fool. Can't you see the lock's been forced?
Narracott, will you help me search him?
I won't resist.
Nothing.
Now it's your turn. Not even a stray bee.
And you, Mr. Narracott?
Go right ahead.
Nothing. That leaves Armstrong, the judge, or Miss Claythorne.
The killer could have simply hidden it somewhere.
I'm going to search everyone anyway, and if it's hidden, I'll find it. And I'm starting in here, if Mr. Lombard has no objections.
Help yourself. Try not to make too much of a mess. There's no Rogers anymore to clean up. I've answered enough of your questions for now.
Don't distract me. I'm busy.
A hawk with a fish in its talons. The bird theme is starting to get to me. It would be incredibly improper for me to go through a lady's luggage. I won't do it.
Oh my god.
It would certainly be noticed if I rifled through his luggage. I better not.
Well, she's not there. I might just do this for a laugh.
I won't do that. I don't think that's appropriate. The flower stuck to bits of it. This is a good reference print for Mr. Marston. Those don't work together. I can't get them to fit. Those don't work together. I can't get them to fit.
I understand that, Narracott. Now stop telling me that's something I already know. I don't know where Vera is, but I can't talk to her. She's not on the balcony. Fucking hell.
Well, Doctor?
A dangerous game. If it fails...
Ah, Mr. Narracott. Any luck finding the revolver?
None. Mr. Blore has searched us, and I heard Miss Claythorne yelling at him to watch his hands earlier, so I suspect she's been searched as well.
The murderer has had plenty of time to devise a hiding place. I don't fancy it will be easily found. If you'll excuse us, we'll continue our game.
So obviously I can't search the error. I don't know why he told me to do that then.
Here, what's this? There's something written on the bottom of Narracott's plate. Solidiamide.
Solidiamide? My dear sir, that is a deadly poison. Owen has undoubtedly poisoned you.
Is there an antidote?
Yes, turpentine oil, but I have none in my bag.
I don't feel anything yet. How long do I have?
You won't feel anything until you can't feel anything. You have an hour or so, I'd estimate. No more. I say, turpentine oil can be found in Bellman's Universal Embrocation, a patent medicine for rheumatism and minor aches and pains. I never prescribe it. It can cause a nasty rash if over-applied. But there may be some in the house. Beastly night again. I can't see why anyone would want to build a house here.
With war coming on, it may be useful as a coastal watch post.
The generator again.
No one's going out in that squall to repair it this time.
Obviously, the waiting is over. Mr. Owen has made his next move. We mustn't let our guards down. Only one of us can be alone. The rest must always stay together until that person returns.
May I claim that privilege, Judge? I'd like to go get my wrap.
Of course, my dear, but don't be long.
I shan't.
Do you really think there'll be a war, Judge? I don't see it myself. One world war should have shown any sensible person the folly of such a course.
My dear Doctor, if there's one thing I believe Mr. Hitler is not, it is a sensible person.
That was Vera screaming. I think it was coming from her bedroom.
This is now getting quite serious, isn't it?
There's a wind coming from Vera's room.
Ow!
That sounded like it came from the dining room.
He's been shot. Death must have been instantaneous.
The figures! Look at the centerpiece.
They say trouble comes in threes. It would appear that they're correct. First poison, then the generator, then the poor judge.
Right, time to get the generator back online, methinks. That's where the gas...
The generator
comes in
appears to be broken. That isn't going to help. The petrol tank is now full. I'd better turn the generator back on.
Right, just so I know, I just need to look at something. Go to the... take the bottle. Shit. Well, I didn't need to go anywhere else.
That did the trick.
That's because
Feel much better.
I ordered the bottle.
Chapter 7. 4 little sailor boys going out to sea. A red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3.
4 bodies upstairs, 2 down. Can't be very hygienic. Still with us, Narracott? Thalidomide isn't much of a poison if you ask me. Although your face is all flushed.
I found the antidote.
Thank heavens.
The weather is moderating. Might be a chance for a bonfire on ship's rock.
Listen to discussion and a brawl knows something about the history of the island. The voice was called in, the judge was wearing a wig. He's hiding in their bedroom.
Can you give an account of your movements?
I followed you and Lombard almost to the top of the stairs. I heard someone below me breathing in the dark, so I stayed as still as a church mouse. Then I hear stealthy steps heading down the stairs. This stands investigating, I think. So I creep as carefully as I can back down. I stepped closer and saw the doctor bending over Wargrave.
Did you see the gun anywhere?
No, but I smelled the cordite from it in the air. One thing I don't understand, that wig on the judge's head, where did that come from?
Someone borrowed Miss Brent's grey yarn. She told me it was missing.
Think it was possible? Owen certainly thinks ahead.
Who arrived in the dining room after you?
Lombard practically on my heels. Then a few seconds later, Miss Claythorne opened the kitchen door. I found that peculiar.
You said you knew something about the history of this island.
It was bought by that sailing chap, Elmer Robson. But his wife got seasick, poor dear. Loved the bird watching, but not the boating. An American film star named Gabrielle Steele bought it from them after some scandal or other back in the States. She stuck it out for a couple of years, but must have missed the glamour and excitement of Hollywood because she packed it in. Next, the Admiralty was rumoured to have taken it over for some super-secret stuff I could never get a line on. The thing that puzzled me was that I found no record of anybody named Owen buying the place. I was going to get onto his solicitor, Archibald Morris, before coming, but he died last week.
Died? What was the cause?
Still under investigation, but it sounded like poison to me.
That'll do, Mr. Bloor. Cause of death was a bullet?
Yes, directly in the center of his forehead. Never had a chance.
Can you give an account of your movements?
When we heard Miss Claythorne scream, I naturally went with the rest to investigate. I thought the judge was right behind me. I stood there for a moment, wondering whether I should go up or down. While I was there, I heard the shot. I made my way back to the dining room. He was quite dead.
Did you see the gun?
No.
Who arrived in the dining room after you?
Mr. Blore, I believe. Yes, then Lombard, and finally Miss Claythorne. From the kitchen. I didn't understand that.
That is all for now, Dr. Armstrong. What happened after you went upstairs?
I went to my room, opened the door. A gust of wind blew my candle out. I tried to move toward the French doors to close them when it felt like a hand on my face. Cold, clammy, smelling of the sea. I thought of syrup floating down through the green depths.
Oh, Vera.
I screamed and ran, stumbling in the dark. I found myself at the service hallway, heard running behind me and rushed in there. Then I made my way down the back stairs every time there was a flash of lightning. There was a shot while I was on the stairs. I went through the kitchen to the dining room. I was the last to arrive.
The clammy hand was seaweed hanging from a line. I had a look inside after we, made the judge comfortable. Just a length of seaweed.
Well, whoever strung it up, combined with the generator failing, made a neat diversion designed to separate us.
Did you see the gun anywhere?
No, I'm sorry.
Can you give an account of your movements?
Just for the record, Wargrave was the one so keen on you playing detective, not me. It didn't turn out so well for him, did it?
You won't answer my questions.
I didn't say that. Just thought it worth pointing out. My movements? I ran up the stairs behind you and, well, I ducked into the bathroom at the top. The one Armstrong the judge shared.
Curious behavior.
It occurred to me that Vera's scream was meant to be a diversion. I wanted to see what everyone would do. In the lightning flashes, I saw Blore head back down the stairs. Narracott was along the hall there. So I went downstairs to the dining room, arriving behind Blore.
Did you see the gun anywhere?
I saw it in a flash of lightning and scooped it up. I didn't know what had happened then. I realize now you have only my word that I picked it up after the murder.
I think you'd better hand that over.
I think you'd better not try to take it away from me again.
Who arrived in the dining room after you?
Vera appeared in the kitchen doorway a few moments later.
That'll be all, Miss Lombard.
5 left, and we don't know which.
I know.
I haven't the least doubt.
I suppose I do know, really.
I think I've got a pretty good idea now.
I haven't a clue.
I don't know about the rest of you lot, but I'm going to go to my room and lock myself in until daylight.
Sound plan.
I agree.
But Patrick doesn't have a room.
Plenty of them about, if he doesn't mind sharing.
5 bullets are plenty.
Oh, Hugo. I'm so sorry.
Self-righteous, smug old hypocrite. Letting Narracott play his detective games with a real professional on the case. He got no more than he
Oh,
deserved.
did he? What the hell?
Were you upstairs just now?
No.
One of them's out of his or her room.
Whoever it was went out the front door.
I'll follow. Find out who's missing. That's our killer.
I need to check everyone's room and find out who's
Right, okay, well, we'll check all the rooms in the next video, guys. So I'll thank you all for watching. I'll ask you to please put that subscribe button, or hit that subscribe button. Drop me a like and leave me a comment. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.